Cobra Kai is one of the biggest shows on Netflix right now, and after the cliffhanger Season 4 left us on, fans have been dying for the next season. There's still a long time until Season 5 actually comes out, but the cast of Cobra Kai has teased a few things about the next season. In this video, we're gonna go over the new spoilers Cobra Kai's cast has recently revealed. First up, Jacob Bertrand reveals unlikely team-ups. While most of the Cobra Kai cast has mostly kept quiet on Season 5, Jacob Bertrand has revealed a pretty big detail. During his interview with Entertainment Weekly, Bertrand said that we'd get to see a lot more unlikely team-ups in the next All-Valley tournament. Next, Kreese will team up with Johnny and Daniel. Many fans think that Bertrand could be hinting that Kreese will join Johnny or Daniel's dojo in the next season. During the end of Season 4, Terry framed Kreese for beating up Stingray to the point where he couldn't even move, when in reality, Terry was the one that put Stingray in the hospital. Since Kreese and Johnny's relationship had gotten better during the last season, there's a pretty big possibility that he could bail him out of jail and team up with him. But knowing how hostile Daniel and Kreese have been towards each other since the Karate Kid days, it's unlikely that Daniel would like this idea at all. Up next, Robbie and Tori will join Miyagi-Do. Bertrand would have also been talking about Robbie and Tori. Both these characters had a realization towards the end of the season that Cobra Kai was not what they thought it really was. There's been a huge theory that these two are going to leave Cobra Kai once and for all because of Terry. Terry has always gotten what he wanted no matter what. So in order to make Cobra Kai win the tournament, he bribed the referee. That was the only reason why Tori won the fight against Sam. But what Terry doesn't know is that Tori actually overheard him and the referee talking about the bribe. Even though Tori isn't exactly the nicest character in the show, she still doesn't play dirty. She hated the idea of it and said she would win fair and square. But after finding out that her entire fight was basically rigged, she might just leave Cobra Kai and join Miyagi-Do, especially now that Kreese is out of the scene for good. Other than using dirty tricks to win the tournament, Terry also completely changed Kenny as a person. Kenny first got into karate after Robbie told him it was about defending himself from the bullies, so he decided to join Cobra Kai so he could do exactly that. However, slowly but surely, Terry completely corrupted Kenny's mind. Now all he wants is revenge. Obviously, Robbie was pretty upset about this new Kenny, especially since Kenny is his best friend's younger brother. With Kreese gone, Robbie could drag himself and Kenny to Miyagi-Do during the next season. Next, William Zabka reveals that Robbie and Johnny will rekindle their relationship. When asked about any teasers for Season 5 of Cobra Kai, William Zabka revealed that Robbie and Johnny's relationship would get a lot better. Robbie and Johnny have had a horrible relationship since the beginning of the show because Johnny wasn't really involved in Robbie's life when he was a kid. When he got into high school, Robbie fell into the wrong crowd and became a troublemaker. Then out of nowhere, Johnny comes back into his life and tries to put him on the right track. Obviously, Robbie was not okay with this and refused to listen to his father. What made things even worse was when Robbie saw how Johnny was treating Miguel like his own son. After that, Robbie wanted revenge on his father and decided to become friends with Daniel. At the time, Daniel was Johnny's biggest rival, so he wasn't having it. Things only got worse and worse from here on, and it didn't seem like things would get any better between them. During the end of the show, when Robbie realized that his dojo was heading down the wrong path, he met up with his father at the Cobra Kai dojo. He told him how he felt guilty for being a bad influence on Kenny, even though he was just trying to help him defend himself. Johnny also apologized to Robbie for getting in the way of him and Daniel, and their relationship was finally able to come to some sort of resolution, one that they had been working up to for years. Up next, Ralph Macchio reveals Chosen will be a big part of Season 5. Ralph Macchio mentioned that Chosen would be one of the main characters of the next season. During the end of season 4, Daniel called Chosen all the way from Japan after Cobra Kai won the tournament. Daniel and Johnny both signed a contract with Kreese and Terry that they would give up being senseis if they lost the tournament. But Daniel isn't one to give up and called the only person he knew was stronger than him, Chosen. Chosen has much more skill in Miyagi-Do karate compared to Daniel. This is because Chosen kept up with karate all his life and perfected every single move he knew. Plus, he's also the only one who knows some of Mr. Miyagi's secret moves. Daniel, on the other hand, retired early and became a car dealer instead. When Daniel and Chosen fought in the 3rd season of Cobra Kai, Chosen ended up beating Daniel effortlessly. Because of his skill level, Chosen is probably the only one that can actually compete against Terry at the moment. Chosen might be Miyagi-Do's only chance of beating Cobra Kai, especially since we already know that neither Johnny nor Daniel can even compare to Terry. Their whole dynamic will be interesting to see, especially since they were rivals in the sequel of Karate Kid, but it seems like Chosen managed to get his life back on track after the time skip. Next up, Ralph Macchio reveals season 5 will be unexpected. Just like Jacob Bertrand, Ralph also mentioned that season 5 will be pretty unexpected. This could mean anything, but fans are convinced that he's talking about how Chosen could possibly lose against Terry instead. After all, the losses we've seen from Miyagi-Do, losing the tournament, to Miguel going after his father who doesn't even know that he has a son, everyone's hoping for something happier next season. But with the way Ralph Macchio was talking, it doesn't seem like that'll be happening. It's likely that Johnny might not team up with Chosen and Daniel, not because he doesn't want to, but because Johnny will probably be too busy trying to find Miguel all the way in Mexico. Also, because in the past 4 seasons, things have gotten a bit monotonous, so it does make sense for us to see Johnny in a whole new light, finally working together with Daniel on something bigger than their petty high school drama. Even though Chosen and Daniel are very powerful on their own, they might not be strong enough against Cobra Kai and Terry, even if they bring Miyagi-Do with them, especially since Miyagi feels pretty down after losing the All-Valley tournament to Cobra Kai. Even if the two are strong enough on their own, this whole thing could also just be one of Terry's traps. Since he's the master of manipulation, it shouldn't be a surprise to assume that this is exactly his plan. Ever since he was introduced, Terry has remained one step ahead of everyone else and even got Kreese arrested. With all his connections and money, Terry even got Chosen and Daniel framed. Next, John Hurwitz reveals things will get tense between Johnny and Daniel. The showrunner of Cobra Kai revealed that things would be getting tense between Johnny and Daniel once again. Since these two have been rivals from the beginning, this shouldn't come as a surprise, but everyone assumed that they would finally stop fighting after everything that happened. There's actually a pretty big theory that's been going around that might be the reason why Johnny and Daniel will fight. It's about Kreese's arrest and how Daniel might not be okay with Johnny bailing Kreese out of jail. Because of everything that's happened in Karate Kid, Daniel is basically traumatized by Kreese. But Johnny and Kreese had actually gotten on better terms nearing the end of the season, so he might help him out. And since Daniel and Johnny have such a complicated past, Johnny will likely help Kreese instead of Daniel. This will probably end up causing a rift between the two, and Johnny might just go back to Eagle Fang. If that does end up happening, then all the Eagle Fang members currently in Miyagi-Do will probably go with Johnny. Plus, this show has been plotting Johnny and Daniel against each other since the 1st season, so it wouldn't be too surprising if they do this again during the 5th season of the show to add some extra drama. That's a wrap for today's video. What do you think is going to happen in the next season of Cobra Kai? Make sure to let us know in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button for more videos like this one. We'll see you next time.